Only the Traveler, master of all 7 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
Hey!
What's up everyone, this is Straif and welcome to Genshin Guides. This will be part of a series where we take a look at the different playable characters in Genshin Impact. This video series was greatly influenced by G&A Reviews and Toho Sniper 98. Links to their channels are in the description box below, and I highly recommend them for any of you who play Fate Grand Order. Now, onto the video. Traveler is the 5-star adaptive sword-wielding main character from Genshin Impact. Adaptive meaning they can switch between different elements, unlike the other characters in the game. They're kinda like this bald boy. You start off the game by having Dioscuri with a Nemo. However, you unlock Geo later on, when the main quest progresses towards Liwa. For that reason, this video will only be focusing on their Nemo kit today, and a Geo version will be released at a later date. The gender of Traveler is the player's choice in the beginning of the game. In this video, we'll be looking over Traveler's stats, talents, and team comps, along with an analysis on how to use them in-game. I've left timestamps to each section, so feel free to skip to each part you feel you need most. Now, onto their stats. Step Bro has a base HP of 931, an attack rating of 41, and 52 defense. This is pretty average in comparison with the other characters. None of their stats stand out particularly either. This is pretty fitting for the game starter character. Since Traveler is an adaptive style character, they have different talents that correspond with each element. At the time of this recording, only Anemo and Geo are out for them. For their Anemo combat talents, Blonde Avatar's normal and charged attack is Foreign Iron Wind, which performs 5 consecutive attacks normally and 2 rapid slashes uncharged, which consumes stamina. Their elemental skill is Palm Vortex, which creates a vacuum in front of yourself that deals Anemo damage and explodes once released. It can also be held down to charge and increase damage in AoE. The cooldown is 5 to 10 seconds depending on charge. And their elemental burst is Gust Surge, which creates a tornado that shoots out in front of yourself and deals continuous Anemo damage for 6 seconds. Elemental absorption may only occur once per usage. For passive talents, Traveler has Sitting Wind, which has the last hit of your normal attack combo become a Wind Blade and deals 60% of your attack with Anemo damage. This is unlocked upon first ascension. And their other passive is Second Wind, which recovers 2% of HP for 5 seconds per every kill. However, this can only occur every 5 seconds, and this is unlocked upon 4th ascension. For Ascension materials, Traveler is going to require 168 Windwheel Asters, 18 Damaged Mass, 30 Stained Mass, 40 Ominous Mass, 1 Brilliant Diamond Sliver, 9 Brilliant Diamond Fragments, 9 Brilliant Diamond Chunks, and finally 6 Brilliant Diamond Gemstones. Asters can be found near the Statue of 7 at Windrise, under trees in Mondstadt, and in the grassy areas of Storm Terror's lair. Damaged Mass are dropped by normal and ranged Hilichurls. Stained Mass are dropped by level 40 plus normal and ranged Hilichurls, or can be crafted with 3 Damaged Mass each. Ominous Mass are dropped by level 60 plus normal and ranged Hilichurls, or can be crafted with 3 Stained Mass each. And all Brilliant Diamond materials are obtained as Adventure rank rewards. For Constellations, Protagonist Kun differs from the other Genshin characters in the sense that you can't obtain dupes of them from the gacha. Instead, you unlock the Constellations through obtaining Memory of Roving Gales, which can be obtained as Archon quest rewards, Adventure rank rewards, or in the souvenir shop in Mondstadt for 225 Anemo sigils. Fishing Simulator's first Anemo constellation is Raging Vortex, which makes Palm Vortex pull in enemies within a 5-meter radius. Their second constellation is Uprising Whirlwind, which increases energy recharge by 16%. Sweeping Gust is their third constellation, and it increases the level of Gust Surge by 3, and maximum upgrade level becomes 15. The next one is Cherishing Breezes, and it reduces damage taken when using Palm Vortex by 10%. Traveler's 5th constellation is Vortex Stellaris, which increases the level of Palm Vortex by 3, and maximum upgrade level becomes 15. And lastly, their final constellation is Intertwined Winds, and it lowers Anemo resistance by 20% for all enemies who are hit by Gust Surge. If elemental absorption occurs, then their resistance on that element is decreased by 20% as well. In their Anemo form, Traveler works best as an auxiliary attacker. Ideally, you would want them to follow up after your main DPS's elemental burst with Palm Vortex or Gust Surge to increase the spread of the elemental effect of the original attack. This serves as a good catalyst for any follow-up elemental attacks from your other party members, assuming that they're using different elements. When it comes to artifact and weapon builds, I would recommend focusing on Elemental Mastery and Energy Recovery on Traveler. Elemental Mastery would help bolster the team's overall damage output, while Energy Recovery would allow them to utilize Gust Surge more often, in order to increase the team's elemental area of effect. This way, Traveler can nut and go with Gust Surge and get swapped out with your main DPS while their talents are on cooldown. For team comps, I recommend pairing Traveler with any of the Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro characters, as they combo well with Palm Vortex and Gust Surge. Particular standouts include Xiangling, Klee, Deluc, Kaya, Chongyun, Lisa, and Fischl. Xiangling, Klee, and Deluc are all capable of providing sustained pyro damage with their elemental skills and bursts, while Kaya and Chongyun fill the same role, except with Cryo. Like Klee, Lisa is a catalyst user, which means her standard attacks inflict elemental status, and in Fischl's case, her elemental skill provides sustained electro damage. Each would be ideal as initial damage dealers who can allow Traveler to expand their elemental effects onto enemies. Moving on to final thoughts, I think Traveler is a very versatile character that is flexible enough to fit many roles. The fact that their elemental playstyle is adaptive helps their compatibility onto various team comps as well. While their kit may seem basic upon first glance, the ability to change elements is not only valuable for elemental combinations, but also for a lot of various puzzles you'll encounter across the map. And not to mention, they have more talents and constellations compared to any of the other playable characters in the game. I'm rating Traveler top tier because their adaptive classification will only improve their character worth as the game progresses. However, as of now, their ability to be so versatile makes them top tier. I think Traveler is definitely worth leveling up and can be really fun when comboing with other elements. Since this is the first video in the series, my ranking system will be broken down into top, mid, and bottom tier. I will be basing it on the character's overall usability rather than just their fighting strength. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and I'll see you next time when we take a look at Mondstadt's resident gliding champion, Amber. Until then, see ya.